This is Torrential Tom with a Tuesday night nor'easter update. We're here to discuss the storm coming tomorrow night into Thursday morning. And we're going to start with the watches and warnings. As you can see, in the pink are all winter storm warnings. In the dark blue, winter storm watches. In the purples, winter storm advisories. And the green along the coast is for coastal flood warnings advisories. So as you can see, there's still a little uncertainty in the track of the storm, as the dark blue are the watches. So we're uncertain how far the heaviest of the snow will be coming inland. But as you will see as we move further in this video, the models have come closer into agreement than they were last night. And I'm fairly confident in the snow totals that I've come up with, which I will show later on in this video. Just a closer look at the viewing area, the watches and warnings. As I said, the greens, you have your coastal flood advisories, pinks, winter storm warnings, where we're confident that we'll see 6 inches plus, and then the darker blues, which you see on Long Island, is for a winter storm watch. Still that uncertainty of how much mixing we'll see, how much rain we'll see, and how much, obviously, at the end of the day, how much snow we'll see. We move to our current surface weather map. You can see our players here. We have the high pressure, which is sitting over us right now, which will move north. You have low pressure right now in North Texas, which is giving snow a few inches in Oklahoma there, and in Kansas and Nebraska. And that is our player. Doesn't look significant right now, but that will be joining our low pressure that is off the coast of Florida and Georgia, and that is what will give us our energy and our strengthening nor'easter as we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening. Tomorrow morning, you can see our storm is starting to come together. High pressure has shifted north. As you can see, those lines of equal pressure are getting closer together when it comes to our area. That is from the pressure gradient between the high pressure and the low pressure, giving us heavier winds. So throughout the day tomorrow, although it won't be snowing, you will notice an increase in your winds, and you will notice, if you haven't noticed tonight even, your temperatures will be dropping. We move to Wednesday afternoon. The storm is approaching. It's getting its act together. It's getting more organized. Those two low pressures are starting to join forces. The cold air and the warm air from the Atlantic Ocean with the moisture from the Atlantic Ocean starting to develop a strong coastal storm. The high pressure again in the north, giving us our colder weather, which is what will support snow for our area. The low pressure forming off the coast. The winds are strengthening. Snow still yet to start. We move Wednesday early evening. The snow is starting to fall lightly around our area. You can see the greens and the yellows off the coast. Heavy rain, South Jersey, Delaware, Virginia. Heavy rain around the center of the storm. You move further north, northwest, snow, ice, major ice threat in western Virginia, western North Carolina, up to a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of ice. And then you can see there's the purples and the darker blues. That is heavy bands of snow. You're talking 2-3 inches an hour rates. And you will see in our snow totals how that will be reflected. We move to Thursday midnight. Again, storm strengthening. We are experiencing our heaviest snows in our local area. The purples represent the mix, so you can see Long Island, Manhattan, getting into a little bit of a mixing, which we think will keep our totals a little bit lower than further north and west. Again, South Jersey, Central Jersey, all rain, no accumulations of snow. And again, that purple area in Pennsylvania extending almost into northwestern New Jersey, southeastern New York, representing very, very heavy snow. Again, our wind, you can see the lines of equal pressure very close to each other. Wind gusts are strengthening. Long Island, you can see up to 60-mile-per-hour gusts. You move further inland, it's going to be less than that, but it can still be significant, up to 35, 40 miles per hour. We move to Thursday early morning now. Storm is starting to make its turn off into the Atlantic. Snow is starting to taper off. Still some moderate bands over the area. Central Jersey, as you can see, the storm is moving away. You have your winds from the northeast now. And Central Jersey, South Jersey, you are not getting that wind from the ocean. You are now getting that wind from the north, from the land. You're getting colder air, so on the back end you can see some snow showers. Still do not expect accumulations for southern Jersey, central Jersey, but you can see Long Island, the low pressure is closer to you. Cold air is starting to sink in again, and you are transitioning back to snow, and you could see some accumulations as the storm is pulling away. Thursday noon, the storm is out of here. Still some breezy air, but now the winds from the nor'easter, you have the high pressure to the northeast still. With its clockwise rotation, you're going to have cold, cold air. Thursday noon, Thursday night, Friday morning, very cold air. The snow will be sticking around for a little bit. And then again, Thursday early evening, obviously the storm is a little further off the coast. Cold air, again, sinking in. High pressure, the skies are clearing. Now we move to our model comparisons. We did this last night. We're going to do it again tonight. As you can see on the left is the European model. On the right is the GFS, or the American model. A lot closer in agreement today than they were yesterday. A similar path, similar proximity to the coast, and a similar area where that turn happens into the Atlantic. If we mesh the two together, again, you could see they almost line up with each other. They're in agreement, which is why our snowfall totals for the storm, our timing, is in a lot better confidence today than it was yesterday. Speaking of timing, the red lines represent the start times for the snow, or precipitation in general. First red line, central Pennsylvania. Southern New Jersey, 12 noon. Next line, you're moving into southeast New York. Manhattan, 3 to 4 o'clock, light snow starting, moderate snow following a couple hours later. And then you move into central Connecticut, northern New York around the Albany area, 5 o'clock p.m. start time. Now the moment everybody's been waiting for, snowfall totals. The bullseye, as you saw in those future radar pictures from earlier in the video, central Pennsylvania is the bullseye, 18 to 24 inches plus. I really think some places in central Pennsylvania could see up to 3 feet of snow. Again, that shift happens. That area can move further east, can move further west. And with storms like this, you could have heavy bands of snow like that develop almost anywhere. Right now, the models are showing it in central Pennsylvania, but you can have other heavier bands of 2 inches an hour developing over our area. That is more of a nowcast situation, and we'll have to keep our eye on that. That is when we could adjust our snow totals based on that. That is why sometimes in major snow events, some areas will have a foot, and you go a county over, and that county has 18 inches, 24 inches. That little area can make a big difference with snow totals. But we're fairly confident that most of northern New Jersey, southeast New York could see a foot, at least a foot, so a foot plus. And then, of course, northern Connecticut's included in that as well. That is the light blue. The gray represents 6 to 12 inches. That is most of Connecticut, minus the northwest section and the far northern tier. That includes parts of Long Island. That includes Manhattan, the 5 boroughs, and some of central Jersey into northern Jersey. Then the blue, extreme Long Island, central New Jersey, 3 to 6 inches. And then, as I mentioned earlier, southern New Jersey, mostly rain, no accumulation. Again, snow showers on the back end when cold air sinks in, but not enough to accumulate on the ground. Same with Long Island. You may see an inch or two when the storm is moving away, cold air comes in, your mix transitions back to snow. And that's why areas further west, further north will see more snow. Their ratios, the amount of liquid to snowfall totals, will be higher. That's where you'll have your fluffier snow because it will be cold. New York City, that is where you're going to have your snowfall, your snowman snowfall, your heart attack snow, as they call it, the heavier snow, where traditionally it's 10 inches equals 1 inch of liquid. New York City may be the 8-inch ratio, 8 inches per 1 inch of liquid. So it'll be that heavier snow that'll just pack together. Up north, central Pennsylvania, that is where you'll have that fluffier snow. It'll nicely stack up on each other, and it will accumulate quickly. Storm summary. Most of the area will see a start time between 3 and 5 p.m. from the southwest to the northeast. Winds along the coast gusting up to 60 miles per hour. As I mentioned earlier, you move further inland, those gusts will be decreasing, but still will be pretty decently strong, 25 to 35 miles per hour. Coastal flooding and erosion is likely. Rain mixing will create, and lower snow ratios will create lower snowfall totals along the coast and for major cities. That is DC, Philadelphia. New York City and Boston seem to be the winners here out of the major cities along the East Coast. All snow and higher snow totals will be inland, as you saw from the map on the previous slide. Heaviest snow, thank goodness, will be when most people are home from work and sleeping. Between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., the heaviest snow with this storm. I will be here with updates tomorrow. Maybe have a live video later tomorrow during the brunt of the storm. But overall, like the video, subscribe, ask any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Other than that, stay safe, stay warm, and have a good night.